Hello? Thank you for that, Klexos. Apologies. Seems like the quick start to the draft, they started 3 minutes early. Got a bit ahead of myself there. So yeah, trying to recap what I was saying, I said that HL Tauri Esports are a bit of a newer team. And it's nice to see what they're going for. It seems like they have a strong jungler, judging by what Eversio are banning out. Both Lilia and Kindred are strong bans. In the right hands, of course, they can accelerate the game. Some of you might be thinking about the Nautilus first pick from HL Tauri Esports. Keep in mind, we are on the patch where Nautilus jungle just got buffed. So this is definitely something you want to look out for. Nautilus could be played in the jungle or in the support role. A lot of things happened this patch. A lot of jungle champions got buffed, like Brand as well is back. Silas got buffed as well, that could also be problematic. So HL Tauri Esports taking full opportunity and going in with that Nautilus jungle. I doubt they had practice with it, but it's there. Now, Eversio, you know, they went with the Ornn, which is a traditional pickup for them. They also have Yunara as well here, a bit of a new champion. Let's see how Iconic does with it. I'm pretty sure they think it's strong, that's why they're picking it. And the Yasuo, you know, it's a bit hit or miss, but it is Dracoris Comfort, so we'll have to wait and see. Usually they went with Syndra, they went with the Ahri, but this time they go again with the Yasuo. To me, this signals a Sejuani pick, so HL Tauri banning out Sejuani, kind of predicting that Eversio might want to go for that. I want to briefly talk about HL Tauri Esports. They went with the Aphelios, which is a pick Eversio were trying to pick up most times, but this time they went with Yunara. We also see the Vex middle, which is very interesting. Vex usually played against Yasuo as a counter pick, but a good Yasuo will always beat a good Vex, so that's something to look out for. Roster changes, no. This should be the Eversio lineup we started with, right? So it would be Aiglos in top lane, Brickun jungle, Dracor mid lane, Iconic and Awaken in bot lane. We see the Zac pickup here for Eversio. Zac, good pickup. Does get denied by Vex and Nautilus though. And we could also have like a support Milio here, which goes really well with Aphelios and really well with Nautilus jungle. Milio can really deny Zac as well. Janna could also be something HL Tauri Esports want to pick up. Janna can deny the Ornn, can deny the Yasuo, can deny the Yunara as well. So let's see. In the meantime, they picked up the Volibear for the jungle. I think it's a great pickup. Faster clear speed than the Zac. Scales decently well, has good ganks as well. Could also invade. HL Tauri kind of putting everything onto their bot lane though. Aphelios needs to carry this game if they want to go the late game. While Eversio have a pretty decent comp for late game. It's just the Aphelios, the Yasuo, I'm not a big fan of. Silas is turned off. Why would you think Silas is turned off, Klexos? Silas got a 50% damage boost to his passive for monsters, so he should be able to do really good on his full clears. HL Tauri are kind of all over the place at the moment. I'm not really sure who goes where, but they picked up Volibear and Kayn here. So this could be Volibear top and Kayn jungle. Okay. I'm gonna go with Kayn jungle because they already picked Lilia and Kindred to be banned here. So I'm assuming he's more of a DPS kind of jungle player. And we see the Alistar pickup from Awaken. A lot of frontline from Team Eversio. I would have liked to see something like maybe, I don't know, like a Renato or a Karma here. Maybe even Sona could have been pretty decent. I think Eversio have a lot of CC and frontline. Maybe some extra healing and shielding would have gone a long way. Wow, very interesting. It seems like in the chat they are confirming it is Kayn top and Volibear jungle. I'm not really sure why this has to be confirmed. I thought everyone just plays whatever role they want. But maybe there are some UK EU rules that I'm not sure about. Maybe I can clarify that with a player later. Okay. So for those tuning in, I'm gonna quickly take a screenshot and send this in the Discord. Maybe we can attract a bigger crowd. Let's see here. And let's talk about the draft. This finished. Good luck, Eversio. Game starts. Alright. So let's talk a bit about the team fighting here. Alright. So, if we had to have a face value, let's have a look at bot lane here. Nautilus Aphelios against Yunara Alistar. Kind of an even-ish matchup. I would assume who engages first early game is going to lose it. Unless the person they're engaging on is very much out of position. Now, why do I say that? If you think about it, let's say somebody engages. It could be Nautilus or Awaken, right? Now they have minions attacking them. And if the opposite support CCs them in the minion wave, in theory, they're going to take more damage than what they're going to be able to dish out. That's just something I'm thinking about right now. But Aphelios and Yunara, I don't really know enough about maybe Yunara yet. But I think they should be very even, potentially a bit more Aphelios favored. Depends, I don't know. I think it depends if he has the ranged guns. If Eversio doesn't have the ranged guns, Yunara might be able to be okay against him. But anyways, bot lanes is usually support oriented more than just the matchup for ADCs. Alright, let's have a look a bit at the mid lane role here. So we have Vex against Yasuo. As I said, I think a good Yasuo should always be able to beat a good Vex. So let's see how Drakur does. Of course, we know he's a good Yasuo. Jungle matchup, Zac versus Volibear. It should be Volibear favored, just because Volibear has a great early career and can gank maybe a bit better than Zac, a bit more damage, a bit more sort of way to use his abilities. And yeah, I mean, Zac is a great ganker all in all, and he also has the Alistar, you know, for CC. Could also tower dive as well, kind of equal parts like that, but I think Volibear just has a slight edge in the early game damage department, the early objectives, and the early clear speed as well. So if utilized correctly, we should see Tauri Esports sort of winning every objective they want to contest early on, and maybe later on not having a bit more difficulties. Lastly, Kayn against Ornn. I mean, I have no idea how this matchup goes. I would assume it's slightly Kayn favored in the sense that Kayn doesn't get pressured early on, and he can get his stacks and proxy farm. But of course, as the game goes on, Ornn is always going to be Ornn, dishing out a lot of damage, good tankiness, items of course to all his carries, making them better. Oh, I see. So Silas had a bug that applied his bonus jungle damage to champions. Okay. I did not know that, no, so I would assume yes, that it should be not allowed. We have the last 2 minutes to go here before the game starts, guys. What do you think about the current team fights? Who do you think will win it? I think there's no real clear answer. I think it's earlier to mid game should be in Tauri Esports favor, and mid to late game should be more in Eversio's favor. I feel like a broken record, but every time I see Yasuo, I just feel like this team was not meant for him. And we end up building an entire team around Yasuo, you know, we make the Ornn, we make the Zac, we make the Alistar. I don't know. I'm not convinced. Hopefully this game changes my mind, of course. I'm not against playing comforts, but at this level of esports, I would assume you'd also play something a bit more favoring your team or the overall draft. Of course, if he does pop off, I mean, yeah, it's a bit hard to imagine what Yasuo can do here. If they get a knock-up on the Aphelios, maybe that could be good. As Tauri Esports don't really have a way to shield or heal the Aphelios once Yasuo jumps on him. But if Yasuo is pressured too highly, I mean, Volibear early ganks, Kayn could also come, Nautilus can come as well. This could be very troubling for Dracoon, you know, if he does start falling behind. He won't be able to dish out the damage he needs to that Aphelios. And if he goes too far deep, you know, Volibear I think is a strong deterrent here. against Yasuo, against Ornn, against Zac. I'm not really sure who kills that Volibear later on, as he's kind of that champion, but of course Eversio do have good CC. They can rotate in and out. So will they be able to do all that while the Eversio is shooting them down? Is a question. And I mean, my what's the right word? It's the opposite of my uncertainty. My uncertainty is sort of hedged on the fact that I'm not too sure what Yunara does as well. I mean, if this champion is good or not, I'm not really sold on it yet. But that's enough from me. Let's see what the game has to say for us as we are getting into the game finally. See, give us some ever wins in the chat, guys. Woo! Eversio, Eversio. We need the support, guys. We need a win. It's been too long. I'm not sure what's going on at the moment with Eversio. We've only managed to win one game this entire series out of 6 games played. Let's hope this will be our second one. A man can hope. In the beginning, you know, we might have said, oh, but they're not playing with their proper roster. And then they came back after a break and we said, oh, they're still taking time to adjust. But I don't really think they've been playing that much recently. And that's just the fact. Their opponents are hungrier. They want to win it. They are practicing, keeping up to date with the latest strategies. But let's see. I mean, all in all, I think the early games have been pretty good. It's just sometimes the decision making, the transitions, it seems like a bit all over the place. Not really the Eversio we're used to. We're used to those macro hungry players, sort of always making the right call map wise, despite being down in kills perhaps. So let's see if we can re-spark a bit of that.
Seconds until minions spawn.
Sorry guys, I noticed you are not actually seeing that. For those keen, it does seem like Brickcoon did lose his flash around the Raptors. Because HL Tauri Esports sort of starting off with a small invade. They did get Brickcoon's flash there. Let's see why the sound isn't really coming out, because that's kind of suspicious though. Oh well. It's a bit boring without sound, don't you think? But it's just not working out. Or do you hear the sound, guys? Because it's just me maybe not hearing it. Do you hear the League of Legends noises? Alright. Okay, that's great to know, thank you. So a big pointer for Brickcoon in the last game was his clear speed. He had a bit of a slow start to the game. Let's see if he can adjust and clear before the 3:30 mark. Let's see. I believe we've seen this guy before, Exile. He did play before, I'm not too sure with who. Raving Raven, back on chat, welcome back. I rate the Kane top player. What do you rate him as? Nice start there for the Kane, as they know Zac is pathing bot lane. They know no one will stop the proxy, and he's gonna get a free recall basically. The minion does take him down, which I believe is faster than recalling itself. So that's nice as well. Some technology here. I like how they are playing so far.
Bring it down a notch.
Raccoon is made aware that Volibear is around, but so do Tauri Esports. This Volibear does manage to secure that double scuttle. Yep, I agree. Definitely based for running Kane top. Let's see how it goes this game. He's almost guaranteed the red Kane form, especially against Ornn. Let's see, Iglos kind of wants to reset. We see pings coming out for Berkun's Golems and Raptors. Raving Raven, I didn't know you are playing here as well. Good luck, my friend. I hope you have a good game. Have fun and don't tint. You can always watch the replay, you know? That's always a possibility. Alright, so Exile is gonna do it again. Iglos really can't really do anything about it. He has no mana. And his jungler is on the other side. Alright, a bit of bare bones action here as always in these competitive matches. Takes a while to get things started, but we've seen some interesting technology in the top lane here. In fact, Exile will continue to push his lead. Proxy farming on Iglos. For those that are not aware, proxy farming is when you farm in between turrets. This gives you more space to recall without having to teleport back. Because when your next wave comes in, you would have arrived in the lane after a recall already, since you kill it so much earlier than your opponent. See, Iglos is left to handle the wave that Kane has already taken. Meanwhile, Kane's wave is currently coming, and so is he. So he literally does not miss a single game. While Iglos, he's not proxy farming over here, so he needs to recall. Oh, let's see here, some action in the bot lane. Doesn't really turn into anything. Awaken did flash away. Berkun is here. There's a flash from Berkun. The knock up on Eversio though, I think it's not the correct choice. We do see a teleport coming out. As Iconic gets snared by the Eversio proc. It will be a first blood with the following teleport there as the top laner makes it all the way down to bot lane. A bit of an unfortunate run there. Eversio did not expect that. Perhaps if we flashed on the Nautilus, got the quick kill and out, that could have been the option, but this does mean that Iglos gets some breathing room here in the top side. But it is first blood to Eversio, sadly. That is gonna be a bit of an issue. Oh, Iglos with the Ornat. He's tanking the turret, the flash. They do take down Vex, but it does lead to Iglos falling, and Kane is getting a lot in the top lane. In isolation, not too sure if this was worth it. It's a kill for a kill, and they didn't really get much out of mid lane after, while Kane in the top side got a plate, got an entire wave on top of Iglos as well. We did get Vex Flash, that's a thing at least, and Berkun should be able to abuse that soon. So So let's see how Brickun does it. Exile back to proxying, but Brickun is around this time. This could be a time we can get the gank off. This looks like an easy grabs for HL Esports. Eversio want to contest this, but is it the play they can do? Let's see. The smite goes out a bit early as Kane does secure it. That is 1 kill, 2 kills for Eversio, claiming the feats of warfare. So at the very least we do get 3 kills onto Drakur. A feat's completed as well for the grabs. So yes, well played Eversio, come on. We need these small victories that will lead into bigger steps later on. I think given the early game that HL Esports have, definitely something they should be wary of, and the Eversio winning out these early skirmishes is kind of a miracle. It's really good to see as well. There's the smite, Brickun gets it. Let's see what's going on here. Yunara damage. Drakur goes in, he gets the knockup, dashes out, Awaken gets the kill. Let's see. Volibear falling low. Iconic finishes that off. Vex lives on a sliver of health. And that is a 2-4-1 in favor of Eversio with Dragon on top. So Eversio really kicking it up a notch. Come on. Something I didn't mention, the grabs was actually secured by Eversio, although it seemed like Kane took it. Oh, look at Iglos and the damage. But the Kane is just gonna dash over the wall. And Iglos lost a hefty amount of minions for that. And his ult. But at least Kane won't get to stay around, you know, keep farming. So those are all things to consider. Psych, the Kane will actually stay around and keep farming. Alright, a bit of a quiet time. Let's see what Drakur does with those 3 kills. We do see Ludin's Echo being built on Vex already. Drakur's items are a bit more expensive, although he is sitting on 800 gold currently. He opted to finish those 2nd tier boots, giving Yasuo a good spike as well in attack speed. Some of you might not know this, but the more attack speed Yasuo has, the Q cooldown actually gets lower with the higher attack speed. Yeah, and cooldown reduction doesn't really do much to this ability. It doesn't change at all. Brickun is here, he could get a nice gank off. Maybe a bit, how you say, Awaken maybe gave that a bit up with his movement. Oh no, Drakur does go down. He pushed his limits. And Volibear was there to punish. The flash was used from Volibear. So that was a flash stun indeed. And the Vex ult on top. Despite having all the kills on the side of Eversio here, it's not looking like an easy match for Drakur. Do see Iconic in the meantime in the bot lane finishing his Kraken Slayer. Quite a big item to complete. Look at Iglos here fighting this Kane again, and does get the kill. There you go. That's how you know Iglos still has it. He gets the solo bolo with the Ornn against this Kayn. Well played indeed. Some nasty bit of teamwork here from Eversio. They know that the Eversio is recalling a great gank by Bakun into a headbutt from Awaken. And that's a dead support with another kill for Iconic.
Turret plating will soon fall.
So now Dakur did finish. The Blade of the Ruined King is such a critical item to get his damage across. This will be a big spike for Drakur. And meanwhile, both Dragon and Herald are spawning. Look at RD7 here. But Bakun is around. Can we get the counter gank? Bakun misses the dash, and sadly that is the end of Drakur. It's not enough time. All the damage from Iconic is real. It's coming out, guys. Sadly, without Drakur, the Dragon will be challenged from HL Esports. But Eversio are not giving this up without a fight. RD7 goes in, Awaken in the thick of it. Bakun is there too. A lot of damage and a lot of tankiness coming out of Bakun. Awaken gets the double kill. That's the triple kill for Awaken. Iconic, sorry. As Bakun steals the last one for Iconic's quadra kill. Damn! This Yunara is really working out. Iconic, always the stellar player that he is. A nice setup by Eversio there. We also see Iglos getting the kill on the Kayn yet again. Iglos really doing his work. Come on, this is the Eversio we like to see. Why couldn't you have done this last Monday? Oi oi oi. Well, I guess Bakun wasn't around. But yes, Iconic in a strong position. Iglos in a strong position is looking great today. Iconic indeed. Nice to see a first time chatter as well. Aquanate, welcome to the chat. I hope you enjoy what you see. Drakur not having a fun time. This is kind of why I'm not too fond of the Yasuo. I really think there's a ton of champions that could work out, especially when you have a player like Iconic. You know, he's gonna do really good stuff if you give him that front line. Like a Galio mid here would have been so strong for Eversio. But we went with the Yasuo. Fair enough. That's what we're comfortable with. Living Dream saying he's the third best AD carry in Malta. Ay ay ay, that's insane. That's insane. But I mean, Living, come on. At your level, but now you've kind of given up on us, huh? You didn't even say hello to me last time. I was so sad. But at your level, you know, I wouldn't even consider you on the list for like AD carry. You know, it's not fair. I would say you're in a special category. You know, like top player of Malta, or like top 2, top 3 easily. Being able to excel at multiple roles. It's not the role at that point. It's you, my friend. Good. Glad you are back though. I hope you've been fine. You're always a nice guy. They're struggling without you, Living. They're struggling. They need you back. Oi oi oi. Alright, let's see how this fight goes. Awaken, caught by that Nautilus hook. To be honest, not really much gonna happen from that. The remainder of HL Esports isn't even around here. An interesting choice to send the Vex into Iglos here. Not really sure about that. I don't think Vex can hold the Ornn on side lane. Oh no, the Nautilus just hooked a bit too far. giving the easiest kill of Iconic's life. Yes, I'm pretty sure Iconic will carry them. I have no doubts in my mind. At the moment, I think Iconic and Awaken are probably the face of this team. Iglos in close second. We need Drakor to change up the tactics a bit. Be cool maybe to be a bit quicker on his choices, but this game is looking great. Let's not downplay what's going on. You see Iconic getting yet another kill. A great team effort here by Eversio. An excellent dive. Nobody falls from it. I really like how more focused they seem today. They genuinely do feel a lot more focused. They are playing more as a team. They understand Iconic is strong. Let's just play for mid, get the mid lane turret. Take it from there, get the recall. Play for Atakan. It's gonna be spawning in a minute. Spawning in the top side. Oh yeah, lots of Sunfire Caves on the side of Eversio. Would be nice to see an Abyssal Mask from Awaken. I think there's a lot of value in it. More damage from the Yunara, the Zac, even the Ornn will deal more damage. I mean, not to sound rude at this point, I'd even chuck Abyssal on Drakor. At this point. Abyssal, Frozen Heart, and Redemption Yasuo. And just let Iconic do his thing. Let's see here. Oh gosh, yep. We don't talk about what just happened in the top side. Let's talk about Iconic getting another kill in the mid lane. And subsequently, this leads to Eversio taking that mid lane tier 2. And potentially the Atakan as well. So a great power play by Eversio here. Oh, does Iconic drive this into the tier 2 on both sides? Can he get the drift? Ah, it's a hard one. It's a hard one. Definitely things you need to practice in the practice tool, perhaps. Equinate saying Ilyum best AD carry Malta. I just saw that. Wow. Equinate, who are you, man? Who are you? Ilyum, definitely in my heart, he is the best AD carry, but if we're being realistic, these days, there's maybe a bit better. Ah, I see, yes. Iconic still needs to apply for his driving license. The theory is there, you know. The theory is there. He needs to drive there, but he needs to put on the Tokyo Drift song. I wonder who this Equinate is. He's an old guy for sure, if he knows who Ilyun is. Nice. Good to see you. Alright, Iconic on his third item. Efelio struggling to put together his second. This looks like a good game for Eversio. This should be in the bag already. They just need to keep Iconic alive. And realistically, who's really gonna get on Iconic? Vex needs to hit her stuff, so that's really hard. And Volibear, it's a bit telegraphed, but yeah, I guess. But he will get headbutted for sure. Kayn, maybe Kayn, but similar to Volibear, gets headbutted. We could also use the Yasuo ult to knock up the Kayn and Hazaki him. So yeah, I think Iconic has the tools and Eversio have the tools to keep him alive. This should be the second win for Eversio. Let's see. 3 minutes to Baron. Some games currently the Baron just feels like it's so far away, like 3 minutes in this game state feels like a lot. It feels like it should be spawning now. But some games, you know, Baron 25 minutes doesn't feel too bad. HL Esports are kind of just running around the map, chasing Eversio, trying to understand their next play. Eversio kind of in a similar spot. They're just trying to maybe find picks if they are presented them. They of course understand Baron is coming up in a minute. No need to risk it for no biscuit. Hehehe, see what I did there, guys? The phrase is risk it for the biscuit. Alright, alright. Snap back to reality. Here's Eyegloss on the goat with a hammer. I mean, anytime you see Eversio locking in the Ornn, you know it's gonna be a good game. This is like the champion they try hard with, you know? It's like, I don't know about you guys if you always play the same champions, but I like to vary my champions, and I just have a pocket of champions that I'm like, damn, I've lost 3 games in a row, can't really win one today. Time to bust out one of these champions. And usually it's the easiest game of my life. But yeah, Ornn just feels like a cheat code at this point for Eversio. Nice to see it still is the case. Baron is spawning. And let's see. I mean, at this point Eversio should be winning every fight. HL Esports, they have to contest the objectives if they want to sort of give a challenge to it, unless they want to give it up entirely. And if they contest, I mean, they're going to be walking into a 3 item AD carry with upgraded Infinity Edge as well. It's just a bit unreasonable. But let's see. Let's see. I would like Eversio to start it instantly, but it seems like they're going to take some time. Oh, they're playing for Dragon. It's Eversio's Dragon Soul, to be honest, if they do take Dragon. But they have to be careful here. If they take Dragon, HL Esports could rush the Baron as well. So that's definitely possibly problematic. Oh, big team fight. Awaken goes in, finds the Aphelios. Aphelios knocked to half health, but Eversio, guys, screw the Aphelios. We need to keep Iconic alive. Do we win this team fight without Iconic? That's a tragedy, guys. Come on, man. It's not over yet. Come on, Brickun and Eyegloss, 2v5. The tanks. Oh, the heal from Volibear is just disgusting. Ay, ay, ay. But we're still in it. But do you see my point? Do you see my point, dear viewers? Does it have to be this struggling? Like, does my behind cavity need to go in and out 20 times every team fight when it's such a free game? Just keep Iconic alive. That's your only win con. You don't assassinate, don't do anything. Just if people walk forward, you CC them. That's it. Ay ay ay. League of Heals. Eversio are the Maltese DK, I swear. Are you calling them donkeys? Donkey Kongs? I'm just being serious. Okay, I'm just kidding. DK is another team, of course. Famous for their pastizzi and raviol. Alright, so Dragon Soul got in here for Eversio. It is the is it called Chemtech? Chemtech Dragon. It's the green dragon. This one gives you less damage taken and more damage dealt the less HP you are. I think it's past 50% probably. So if you're at 50% health, you start getting this buff. Alright, Eyegloss goes in. Baron is at half health. Kane is on the backside. Iconic gets the DPS off. Let's see, Iconic kind of dashes into a hook. That was a really bad dash on his end. Otherwise, the fight was going so well. Yeah. Guys, what's going on? This game should have been finished 5 minutes ago. Oh gosh. I don't know if it's the Yasuo pick. I don't know, guys. To be fair, Iconic's dash was a bit scary there. He did dash into danger, and he did kite into oncoming traffic, as they say. He needs that driver's license. HL Esports kind of clawing their way back into this game. Yeah, would have been nice to see the Yasuo go a bit more, you know, how you say, like the I'm saying the hail cuts on the Yunara. Would have preferred the Runa, the Lord Doms perhaps, and we can get heal cuts on the Yasuo, on the Alistar, or maybe even on the Zac with an Oblivion Orb. But that's Baron secured as well for HL Esports. Baron, for those that don't know, gives not only attack damage and ability power, it also gives a lot of gold, a lot of XP for the people next to it as well. So it's really like a turning point objective. It also makes your minions a lot stronger, a lot more tanky. So if you're getting pushed in, the minions will help you to not lose more turrets, to sort of keep the game afloat, get your farm up, get those missing items you've been waiting to get. So yeah, Baron, a critical buff to lose at this point in the game. Now if I know Eversio, they might get a bit upset that things are getting a bit ahead of themselves, and they just might engage the first fight they find, even if it's not the best fight to take. Let's hope for some patience. It's not over yet, they just need to find a better fight angle. A fight angle that opponent can get his DPS across, and we can sort of finish the job. So let's see. Oi, oi, oi. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I mean, Iglos is level 18, 5 to 9 on this Ornn. He's giving upgraded items to everyone. Finding good plays. He really does give me the vibe of being the team leader. Sort of leading the calls here and making sure that people are aware. Not too sure who's coordinating their team fights though. Definitely some room for improvement, and I'm quite curious as to what happened. Eversio used to be one of these teams that anyone would dread going into a team fight against. Always so picture perfect. Even I think just some of the highlights that I remember of Iconic. Once kiting to enemy turrets just to get the correct space and the correct amount of space he needs, and you know, maybe the it gets hard, you know, it gets hard losing most games, and Iconic was doing so well in most of them. It ends up maybe putting him off or making him feel like he needs to do extra plays on top, and he loses his mental. Alright, but we've taken enough time, we've relaxed. Seems like HL Esports kind of want to push mid. I'm not really sure about this. I think this is really good for Eversio if they see it. Awaken here because oh, the flash from Iconic, dodging the Vex ult, but he flashes straight into that Volibear stun. Here comes the Kayn as well, a knockup from the Kayn. Kayn ults into Iconic, Iconic falling low, and Iconic just missing out on this fight. Eversio should start thinking about disengaging this fight. They realistically can't do much without Iconic. Oh my gosh, they got me stress eating, man. I had food that I'm like, oh, I'll eat this later after the game. But I'm legit stressing out now. I mean, this Elder Dragon is a game changer, guys. Okay. So if HL Esports get this dragon, which it seems like they will get it uncontested, is it game? Yeah, that's the question I'm asking. It could very much be. So for those that don't know maybe what Elder Dragon does, I believe it's on autos and abilities. You apply a burn to the enemies, dealing max health through damage over time, and if you fall below 15% health, you just instantly disappear. You don't need to deal the last 15%, so it's like everyone got 85% health bar, on top of the fact that you're going to be taking continuous, repeated max health through damage that you can't really defend against. I think HL are really taking their sweet time at the moment. Oh, I got here on the top side. A great use of the Ornn W does negate the knockup from the game. Ornn can deny CC thanks to his W. As we are pushing down mid. HL Esports also don't seem like a confident, well-coordinated team, to be honest. They had the tools to sort of end this game before, but they're really taking their sweet time. We also see Zhonya's being completed on Vex. Not really an item you see all that often on this champion. Baron is up now. I mean, if HL Esports get Baron, this would be a good push for them. The ult's coming out. Brickoon, go in! Oh, Brickoon! Doesn't go in. No, he doesn't want to even risk this smite steal. Do Eversio not think they win the fight? Is Elder Dragon still on them? Yes, alright. I apologize, Brickoon. So yeah, HL Esports still had Elder Soul for the Baron buff, which is kind of tough for Eversio. You really can't fight them if they have Elder Dragon. They were thinking about it, but made the right call not to. But now, can we deny some of this? Can we find the angle? Igos has been fighting against this game the whole game. Oh, look at Brickoon Awaken. They jumped the gun here. They're in the middle of it. The damage is out. Brickoon is still alive. Come on. This is Eversio, guys. This is Eversio. Quadra kill. Man, it's like, I just don't get it at this point, man. They could have done it anytime. Well done, boys. Well done. Don't get me wrong. Well done. I'm not excited. I'm just, you know. Where was this 10 minutes ago? Anyways, can't blame them too much. Well done, boys. Through all the stress, we've managed to do it. You've managed to collect the win. And this should be it, right? 10 to 30 seconds here for spawn timers. All of Eversio's here, Conic is here as well, and a complete ace and wipe by Eversio to end things off. That's a great turn of events. We finally catch our second win, and it seems like it was against a pretty good team overall. Well done, Eversio, well done. Hashtag Everwin, let's keep it up, guys. Victory. Oi. Victory indeed. But you know, in the end, win or lose, the victorious are always you guys, the viewers. We're always getting jam-packed action here. Of course, we'd like to see more Eversio wins, but until that happens, I hope you've enjoyed the casting and overall experience of your Thursday. We're here Mondays as well for the UKEL. I believe we have one last game before the series ends. Let me quickly check that. If you have any feedback, let me know in the chat. We see Mick showing up here with the ever win indeed. And yes, we have one more game on Monday, and we will be playing against Glorp Academy. Alright, this should be a good game for us. Glorp have, let's face it, have been on a similar path like us. They've been losing all their games. At least Eversio had the one win, now we have two. So this should be a nice and chill game on Monday, guys. Catch you all at 9:30 Monday Malta time and 8:30 p.m. UK time. Until then, my name's Jansen. It's been a pleasure casting for you on the Eversio channel. Wishing you all a great night and a good dinner if you have not had any. Drink water. Ciao.